Just me?
No.
It's both of us.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So,
I think the big picture looks really good and eye-catching.
it'll catch the attention of anyone scanning through the magazine, make them want to read it.
The blue at the side matches his hat, but I think it looks quite manly and would appeal to a more male audience.
But then it could catch a female audience because you've got a massive picture there of Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
And everyone loves a bit of Brad Pitt.
The smaller picture shows us more of what the film would be like and has a quote underneath, giving you an idea of the film.
There's also a smaller picture of the actual DVD cover, so you'd know what you were looking for if you wanted to go out and buy it. It also has the date of the release, the age certificate, when it's out, and the DVD and Blu-ray symbols. There isn't much writing on the actual review, and it's more pictures and visual, which means it's more visually pleasing, and more people are more inclined to want to read the small passages and make what they think of it.
I think the title's not very big, so of the film, Moneyball's not very big, so it kind of blends in with the background, and the picture's more obvious.
And the little pointers down the side here kind of resemble money, but they've used them for page numbers and for arrows to point you in the right directions of where to look at. I personally prefer the other one to this one. I think it wouldn't attract your attention immediately because there's just too much writing in it. It looks a bit boring. Might put quite a few people off.
I think the picture's quite interesting though, and if it was bigger it would make the review more interesting to read, but the text is very plain and a bit boring.
I like the idea of having one main review and 4 smaller reviews at the bottom, but if I was to do this, I'd have the same genre of film. So if you were interested in the main review of film, you'd then have others to look at.
I think it's good how it's got the starring. So this one's got 3 out of 5, and the other one's like 4 out of 5. I think that shows the reader what they're going to get with the film.
It also has a little statistic table down the bottom there. This might be interesting for some people to make them want to see the film more or not see the film, etc. The use of colours as well aren't very interesting. It's very black and white apart from the pictures.
They've got a small bit of red, but it's not really. Doesn't really stand out to you at all.
Prefer more colourful film review pages. I really like this film review because I think it's like a screenshot from the film. You have the title here in the spotlight, which all Batman fans would know is a big part of the Batman films. I also like the text they've used. It's quite old-fashioned, but to show that Batman's been going on for a long time, but with a modern twist. I also like that you have a mid-shot of your actual main character there.
I think the picture image looks really interesting because it's quite a powerful pose that he's standing in, so it's quite eye-catching. It's kind of got a blue kind of theme, dark theme all the way through, which reflects the film.
The white text contrasts well with the background colours. It's kind of a neutral colour, which might reflect on the opinion of the film. It might be a neutral opinion for the film.
It has different sections along the side, so it says things like the release date, like pros and cons of the film, and I think that's quite a good way to do it. It splits it down so it's not such boring long text to read.
Again, I really like this film review. I like how the picture is the main part of the page, so it draws your attention, catching your eye straight away, and the big number in yellow as well.
I think the colour, the yellows, are quite eye-catching, but they kind of contrast with the film of the dark picture. But then there's also yellow flowers down there, which it relates to.
The white text also contrasts well, and they have bumper stickers saying the prices.
This film, like some of the other reviews looked at, has a picture completely across the page. I think that looks really eye-catching and definitely gives you an idea of the film before you've even read the review.
It's definitely a striking image, the mid-shot of the two policemen. There's no eye contact and their eyes are covered up to show like hidden identity, which intrigues you to know what they're going to do, what's going to happen, etc.
I think it, like with the blue text up there and the blue text in the film, and also the quite manly picture, it would appeal to boys more than girls.
But then if you read the actual review for it, it's a comedy, so it could appeal to both sexes, and also the actors in it would appeal because they've been in lots of films for both sexes.
It's got like a snippet at the bottom from the review, which I think is really good and gives you an idea of what the review is actually going to say.
There's a star rating up the top. Oh, a key for a star rating at the top.
And then at the bottom
and then there's
is
the actual star rating at the bottom. So you get an idea of what the publishers of the magazine, how they mark their reviews. And this review in particular of the film got an excellent.
And then whether it's worth watching or not, and whether you would actually go and see it.
The colours are quite neutral colours. The blue might resemble boys more than girls, but then there's like yellow, black and white, so they're quite neutral.
But then the black text on the white background looks quite boring and it's not very interesting at all.
Then you have the big picture to make up for that. So if you were intrigued by the picture, you'd want to read on more, which we are. This image is in black and white, so it doesn't really give that much away about the film. It covers the whole page, so it does immediately intrigue the reader, making them think, what's it about? Although there's not a lot of text on the page, so it doesn't look as if it would give much away.
The colours, red and that, stand out well, as well as on the side, the list about other films that they like this month is quite eye-catching and kind of contrasts to the main picture.
Because the film looks animated, it does look as if it should be a children's film. But then it's in black and white, and it does look a bit scary. The red could resemble the horror side of it, and the title, Frankenweenie, suggests that it's a comic twist on a previous film book.
It's also got a quote from the director Tim Burton at the bottom, which gives you an idea of the film, makes you want to watch it.
And also, by putting the director on there, it might persuade more people to co-watch it if they've liked previous films from that director. We've also done an additional screenshot rather than just one picture, showing a point throughout the film.